We gonna go into some budgeting by it's this guy. He be on the YouTube thing doing his thing. TyKwonDoe. He giving financial advice. Usually, I think he does more dating advice. So I want to see how he would do his budgeting. That's what he got. He got some budgeting tips for everybody, and we gonna see how that aligns with the way I think budgeting really should go. So let's go ahead. Let's get straight into it. Let's see.
The average millionaire is just smart and consistent. Let's get that out of the way. And we already proven.
All right. The average millionaire is just smart and consistent. He ain't lying. He is not lying on that one. I will say, if you're smart and consistent, you can become a millionaire. Stick to that path that you got set. Follow the rules. Be smart. You will become a millionaire. I think it's that easy. But let's add one more caveat in there. Time. The amount of time that you do it. So just be smart and stay consistent with that time. Over a large period of time, you're going to become a millionaire pretty easy.
We looked at some top fumbles. Y'all said Mike Tyson, 50 Cent. MC Hammer, he fumbled like 50 million. Mike Tyson, I think, was like 300 million. It might have been more than that. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. There's no amount of money that can save you from bad decisions. So if you're going from zero to financially stable, what you realize is, first, most people just literally don't have self-awareness when it comes to money.
All right, now here we go into it. I want to say something that he hit on. Fumbling is easy, y'all. Fumbling that bag is easy. I did it. I fumbled that money throughout college, getting student loans, partying, doing it all. I got a video on that. Y'all should go see it. Fumbling that bag. I fumbled a lot of money. And it's just a thing in life. It's easy to do. Fumbling that bag is easy. So you definitely gotta keep your head on you. Keep your head on you.
Like, you have no idea that you're overspending. You have no idea that you can't even fix something because you don't even think it's a problem. I remember I used to work at the mall, right? I used to work at King of Prussia, right? And working at the mall is one of the hardest ways to save money. Especially when you already got bad spending habits. Nigga, I used to get paid Friday and the bread would be going before I even clocked in that Friday.
God.
I would probably get paid Thursday night, Friday morning, technically like 2 a.m. or something. That bread would be going before I even clocked in, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. I mean, I was like 17, you know what I'm saying? High school and shit, but that bread was gone. Didn't even exist. It never made it to the weekend. Never made it to the weekend. The thing with that is, I didn't even...
Yeah, see, he was a bag fumbler too. Everybody was a bag fumbler once in their life, but we fixing that. We moving on. We moving on up. We're not doing all the same things no more.
I think this was like... You know what I'm saying? I just was so deep into making purchases. It was just like, oh, I want to buy this next. 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 Literally no plan. When you start putting a little bit of money to the side, it could be $20. Let's say that's all you can afford to save per check is $20 or $50.
He hit on something right there real quick. He said have a plan. This is what I'm saying. You got to have a budget for your money or you just going to be spending it like fumbling your bag. If you're not able to see your money coming in and out, you're not even going to know what you're spending your money on. Like, you're not even going to think about it. A lot of times when I tell people to get off all the drinking and smoking and all that, I like to tell them, you can't see where your money's going. Like, you don't see where your money is being spent because they don't have a budget. So my first exercise be, yeah, bro, just write down how much you spend for those habits that you have. And once you look, you'll be like, gosh, like, maybe if I do just cut back half of that, I'll have a little bit more money to spend on this. I'll have a little bit more money to invest in that. It's really just that easy. Just that easy. And you'll see it continue from there.
Or $100. You have to do that first. Now, every time I pay myself, because I'm an employee technically under my own business, do your homework on, yeah, niggas get LLCs. or corporation. Do your homework on that. I pay myself. Anytime I pay myself, the first thing I do is separate that money to that savings, bro. The first thing I do. Because you start even ignoring that money a little bit, bro, and you have a little budget. You do it by percentages. You look at how much you're getting paid. You break it down for percentages. You kind of got like real.
Okay, he said something there, but he ain't say it. I don't think he said it right. First thing he do is move it over to his savings. Richest Man in Babylon, y'all. The Richest Man in Babylon. Read that book. I will be singing its praises from here on out. The Richest Man in Babylon. What he's saying is pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. In the book it says 10%. 10%. We're going to have to talk about what paying yourself first actually is. Because, you know, it's not only when you get your check, let me set this money to the side, you know, for my savings account. That can be part of it, you know. That can be part of it, but it's not the whole thing of paying yourself first. So let's continue.
You got like rails. Like y'all know how I'm a good bowler. So every time I bowl, they don't put the rails up when I bowl because they know I'm gonna just hit a strike. So if the rails was there, it'll prevent somebody like y'all from going to the gutter. A budget is rails. A budget tells you, don't go that way, don't spend this much, and you're cooked. That's a budget. That's the bottom line of a budget.
I like to say budgeting can be like a recipe because you can change the amounts in and out, but you got to follow that recipe for your money. Like it's the recipe for your money. That's what a budgeting is. We pour 10% salt. That's that 10% that you paying yourself first. You know, you pour the salt in first. It's a recipe. It's a recipe for your money. The cookbook. You making a cookie. You feel me? You making a cookie. What they put in there is salt, flour, sugar, all that stuff. And that's just your percentages of how much and what you paying it to. You know, your mortgage, your car note, your whatever else you spend your money on.
So y'all haven't seen me bowl? Okay, so we're just not paying attention to the streams then. Anyway, the point being, bro, is you know what's crazy? If I would have looked at my money back then, let's say the check was like $300 or $500, and I would have put like a budget calculation on that. Actually, let me show y'all for some niggas. I know some of you niggas still count on your fingers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this up. I know some of you niggas still read with your fingers. Anybody say the last paycheck y'all had? Just say the number, even if it's embarrassing. Even just somebody.
All right, let's see. I think he is about to create a budget right now. We gonna see how this goes. I want to see what percentages he's using. I do. I want to see the thought process behind this budget all the way. Because y'all know I do have a budgeting video. I probably need to redo a lot of those videos. They kind of but I do have a video, so I want to see how like what he got going on with his budget. Let's go.
Give me a number. I'm gonna take the first number I see in the chat. Bro says 1,700. That's pretty good. Let's go 1,700. Okay. You got paid. This is after taxes. This is everything. Like this is like, let's say you're getting paid this bi-weekly, right? We're gonna say bi-weekly. We're just gonna
hold on. Let's see how much 1,700 is bi-weekly. I want to see how much that is. 1,700 bi-weekly. Bi-weekly is how much? That salary would be, hold on. 44,200. So you would make 44,000 basically. 44,000. Hopefully that's after tax that he getting 17. So yeah, hopefully that's after tax, but it's 44,000 of spending power after taxes. After taxes.
We're just gonna make this up, right? Boom. Now, I don't know what you spent or how you spent it, but this is gonna be like a not so terrible guideline, right? Now,
Okay.
you got categories. You got save, right? You got invest. Let me know is this too small. Y'all can read that. Fun. This is the fun category. Do not spend this at the strip club. That U in the end is far as fuck from F, so we're gonna go right there. F is for friends and it is together. What else do I say? Invest, fun. There's something else I do with my money. It's the fourth category, bro.
Hold on, let me pause this.
Needs. You're right.
And then we got needs.
Tripping. Needs. Now.
All right, let me pause this real quick and see if I can get it for y'all to.
The first thing you had to do.
Actually see this right here. Let's see. Y'all give me a second. I want y'all to actually be able to see this right now. Because alright, there we go. We in there. Y'all see save, invest, fund, and needs. I would say from the top. Save, invest, fund, needs. I use different ones, I think. I'm sure I use different ones, but I understand where he's coming from. 10% first, pay yourself. Then we have our wants and our needs. Wants is fun and needs. Then you have with your needs is kind of split into two categories. It's your negotiables and your non-negotiables for needs. So I think that's where we split. I don't keep needs the same. It's negotiables and non-negotiables. So your non-negotiables is your rent, it's your car note. Your negotiables, you still need food, food, water, all those kind of things are negotiable, because are you going to the steakhouse or are you cooking your food? It's negotiable. Like, I feel like some utilities can be as well negotiable. For some people, having somebody come clean your house is a negotiable thing. So you have your negotiables, non-negotiables, fun, and then your 10% pay yourself first, which I would have as your investment. So save and invest is the same thing to me. It's the exact same thing as paying yourself. Pay yourself, negotiables. No, this is the order it should be. Pay yourself, non-negotiable, negotiables, then your fund money. So let's continue. Let's let him have his spiel.
No, rent. If you see a big, like a very in-depth financial spreadsheet, it's going to separate all that thing and be very specific. But let's just break it down to needs, fund.
Yeah, you should. That's how a budget is, but you should start with your base amounts. That way you can get your percentages. Always start with your percentages. So that's why. That way you know how much you're actually spending in each category. Not broken down into all those, but how much percentage you have to spend in that category. That way you know how much percentage of your money you're spending on fun, instead of seeing that you just spent 100 at the club, 100 on shopping. You just know on fun in general, you spent $200. Whatever percentage that is out of this.
Fun invest, and save, right? Boom, let's just do it like that, right? Type shit, go down that way. Bam! Right? Now, for the guy that said 1,700, I don't remember who you are. How much do you pay a month in needs? Your needs is like kind of like that shit. A lot of times is set in stone unless you move or change your living situation.
Guys, I would love to give y'all the percentages, but I don't got them off the top of my head. I'm telling y'all that right now. Go watch the video. My percentage is, but 10% definitely to yourself first. So that's saving investment, and you should at least get 10%. Let's see. Let's continue.
Situation, your needs. This is for me. My needs will be rent, car insurance. I'm thinking about like my internet, and food, shit like that, like phone bill, right? 1,000 a month,
and you see some of those to me aren't needs. They are negotiable needs. They needs, but they're negotiable needs because not all those is even at all. Not all of those is even whatsoever. Like internet, you can control how much you spend on internet. You can control how much you spend on internet. Me, I'm streaming. I need an expensive package. I need a package that costs a little bit more than somebody who doesn't, you might not be trying to stream. You might not be trying to play your PlayStation and stream at the same time. You might not be doing all that. So financially, that needs is a negotiable need. Your phone bill, that's a negotiable need as well. Some people I know been thugging it off that Wi-Fi since the day they got a phone. Wi-Fi only. Hey bro, what's the Wi-Fi? You might be like that, So you might not need unlimited 5G everywhere you go, So that's negotiable. It's negotiable. But that rent, you gonna have to pay that. That's a non-negotiable expense. At least for a year, it's pretty much gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same. Your card note, that's going to be the same. It's non-negotiable. Non-negotiable.
Just rent. Okay, I only asked about rent. Okay. The average phone bill check, can we just say 100? Can we just say $100? I'm gonna make up everything else. Let's go 1,100. Let's rent your phone bill. Wi-Fi. Let's go 75. Okay, let's go 75 actually. 75 for the phone bill. 75 phone bill. 75 Wi-Fi. So we're about 1,150, right? Do you drive? Mr. 1,700. That was wheel 25. Do you drive a car? Yes. Okay. Let's get that insurance price, buddy. I appreciate you letting us really use this example. Your needs have to come first, chat. But guess what the second most important category is?
Your needs do not come first, guys. Your needs do not come first. I'm telling you, you have to pay yourself first. Your first piece of your money shouldn't be going to somebody else. If the first piece of your money is going to somebody else, you working backwards. Like it's your money. Basically you paying somebody else. You're paying somebody else. Your first piece of your check, that 10%, I'm gonna tell y'all now, I don't do only 10%. I don't do only 10%. My money, the first thing that comes out, it goes to my Roth. Straight to my Roth. Then after that, I go straight into paying off all my student loan debt. That's going bam. It's straight in there like clockwork. And I do 30% of mine just because my negotiables, my non-negotiables, they are a little lower than a lot of people because like last show, I stay at home, so my rent isn't over the top. I didn't have a car note. Now I do have a car note. My car broke down, so now I have that to add in. But I'ma just subtract from my fun money on that. I had a lot of fun money as well because I was staying at home. So my my percentages did change, but the one thing that ain't gonna change, y'all, they say do 10% off the top to yourself. I do 30% off the top to myself. Yep, y'all, I've been doing 30%. Been doing 30%. And it's been working out. It's been working out. Y'all see, I look like I'm having fun. I look like I'm spending money, you know, doing the things that I love doing. It'll work. You just got to make it work. You got to make it work. So, yeah. First thing is pay yourself first. That 10% off anything.
Guess what the second most important one is as a human being? Y'all going to say save. It's the fun. It's the fun one.
Oh, y'all, he gonna make me go in. Fun is the second thing that you worried about. Fun is the second thing you worried about. Y'all cannot be serious. Y'all cannot be serious. Y'all cannot be serious. If you think fun is the second thing, I don't know where your mind is at. Fun is the second most important thing. Well, he said your wants is first, so I mean, I can understand why he said fun's next, because we done got the wants out the way. I mean the needs. He done got the needs out the way. So he went from needs to basically wants. Basic, basic stuff. Needs, wants, and then he'll go into save and invest last. So pay yourself last, y'all. Pay yourself last is how this thing going. Pay the person who you pay for your mortgage, the banks. Pay the banks first. Then after you pay the banks, you go pay your utility folks. Somebody else getting paid. And then after you pay that, you go back, pay the person who paid for your car loan, and then pay your insurance. All these people is getting paid before you get paid. And even saying your fund before you get paid. So go pay for some shoes, some clothes, go pay for your vacation, go pay for your club, go pay for all that before you pay yourself. This is backwards. If you listen to this advice, the advice may be good for getting you, he might have good advice for getting you a shorty, but for setting you up financially, I would not listen to that. I would not listen to that. Your wants being first, I could understand. You know, you want to live comfortably. You want to make sure that's done. But fun coming second. Come on now. Come on. Life too much about fun for some folks. Life is too much about fun for some folks. And, you know, it ain't all that. I want to be having fun all my life, which means I need to be set up. So I'm not working at the Walmart when I'm 80. I worked at Walmart. And this is the path that it's leading down. If you spending your fun before you pay yourself, you'll be working at the Walmart at 80. I know what it looks like. I worked at Walmart for 3 years, paying myself through college when I got my act right. Paying myself first. Now, so that my future not working at that Walmart. I've seen it. Face to face, talking to the person. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not fun. You had all that fun in your 20s. Now you're 80 and you on that Walmart shift. Front dooring it. How you doing, sir? How you doing, ma'am? Let me look at your ticket. Make sure you ain't stealing and you done took the whole store already. Fun goes last.
Why is it the fun? Because money has a lot to do with emotion. Money has a lot to do with psychology. If you've ever gambled, if you have ever...
Nope, I don't like that. Money is not emotional. You can have an emotional attachment to money, which is why he said fun comes second. But no, money is logical. Money is ones and twos on a sheet of paper. That's why you need a budget so that you can see it. You can have an emotional attachment to your money. It's not good to have an emotional attachment to your money. That'll end up having you on both sides. It's not good on both sides to have too much of an emotional attachment to your money. That'll have you living like the people who got money, but they look like they don't. You know, I want to be able to spend my money. I want to be able to spend my money, but I want to do it reasonably, with a budget, and wisely as well. You know, logistically, spending money is just as easy as having a budget. Saying yes to some things, saying no to some things. It's that easy. Having an emotional attachment to money is like you said, you're gonna be gambling. It's like you gambling. Ain't no way.
Had money ever in your life, you know, 9 times out of 10, the first thing you think of doing is pleasing or satisfying yourself emotionally. Oh, I want them sneaks. I want that new, this game, or I want to buy this, man. The first thing is like you'll try to emotionally satisfy yourself. So you have to put that in your budget, because it's just unless you're like going negative every month and you can't afford to have fun. 9 times out of 10, you have to like put it in there just so you can channel. Like you have to.
Yes, you can put your fun in there, but that needs to come last, y'all. It's a lot more important things in life than having fun. I would say I don't want to sound bad about having fun, because I have a lot of fun. You know me, I'm always out recording. Me going to eat at this restaurant, me going to eat at this restaurant, me celebrating this birthday with that friend, celebrating that birthday, going here on vacation, going there on vacation. But all that is planned in my budget last. Y'all see I can still do it with that stuff being planned last? All that stuff is last. Because why is that second? Like, why do you need to be emotionally attached to money? This is why a lot of y'all be broke as soon as your paycheck come. As soon as that paycheck hit, like he said earlier, he going to shop. He going to get them shoes. He doing that just on paper. All right, I done paid these bills. Now let me go straight. Let me go straight to spending the rest of my money. Not paying itself. Not paying itself. This gonna have to
get it out. It's like anger. It's like if you're angry, then you need to start boxing or going to the gym or something. Like, you just don't want to let that anger build up, because then you're just going to do something crazy. It has to go somewhere. So fun is really important. The total insurance is around $700, but I get paid weekly. Oh, so this is $1,700 weekly. Oh, my fault, money man.
Yeah, he ain't lying. That man is getting to that bag. He getting to that bag, which is cool. That's $1,700 weekly. That's cool. You got a lot more money to spend, but we gonna cut it at that. I don't see anything else coming from that. You know, from that. I will say this. Let me make it clear. The first thing with your budget, that top line needs to be 10% going out to yourself. If that 10% is not going out to yourself, you're robbing yourself. You're robbing yourself. I want you to know that 10% is not coming out. You paying your money out to this person. You paying your money to that person. It ain't right. It ain't right. You're going to end up at that Walmart. Next thing that comes is the wants category, is the needs category is separated in half. Your needs is separated in half. To your non-negotiables coming second, your rent, your car note, your insurance. Then your negotiables, your food choices, what internet package you have, what phone package you have. You know, that's your negotiables. And then under that, then comes your fun money. And each of those have a percent that you should be sticking to. Each of those, I can't remember them off the top of my head. You're going to have to go watch that budgeting video, y'all. Go check out my channel a little bit, you know. It might be cringy sometimes. That was back in the beginning stages. Like, I need to review those videos maybe for y'all sometimes. That way I can trash the video and at the same time make a better video for that. Because the information was good. The information was for sure a peach. Juicy, full of nutrients. It was just, packaged kind of funny. It was still good. It was just packaged kind of funny. It was fuzzy on the outside, just like a peach. But yeah, y'all, I'm glad he trying to educate some folks, but that education wasn't it. You gonna follow that, you gonna go down, especially for the average person. Being a YouTuber per se isn't as average, I would say, for everyone. It's not average. Most of us have careers. Like, you have a career that you do. You have a daily job that you do. Streaming and all that, it is a daily job, but it's not really the same, I feel. It's a little different. And he making a lot of money from residual things in the past. It all just kind of builds up. So it's not a regular thing. So while he may feel like he has a lot of money and he can do all that, he can still go down the path. We know people fumble them bags all the time. So he may feel like he's doing it right. He might feel like he's putting a lot in there. But paying yourself first is always a must.